What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream here as well as on Twitch regularly, so please make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I just put out a new song called Run to celebrate the new year. So check it out, let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, let's talk about my personal SPS earnings, because I just want to calculate this as we go along. I think that this is the talking point of a bull run and how you get, some crazy marketing, especially once the token prices and asset prices start to rise. Well, specifically SPS, right? So hopefully that will happen, whether we get new players or not. It doesn't matter. A rising tide raises all ships, and I think everybody's expecting a pretty, hopefully sizable bull run in 2025. So shout out to Splinterlands. I'm using this here, and you can see that I've earned a decent amount of SPS over the past season. Now, it wasn't my best season. A lot of the battles were played in Wild rather than Modern, so when it comes to SPS earnings, I probably could have earned a little bit more, and I have seen higher earnings in past seasons, so it is what it is. But let's go ahead and just use this, and maybe I'll start tracking this regularly at the end of every season, just to see, if things are going up or down or maintaining, whatever the case is. So let's do this. What I want to show you are just really the top two, right? Land, liquidity, and license. All that stuff is stuff that people don't have, or you don't need to have it. But, to have staking rewards and to have the ranked rewards from the gameplay is what I want to track, because that's what most players really care about. So here's actually how I want to navigate this. I want to take a look at the cost of my deck. And as you can see here, I'm on Peak Monsters. Shout out to Peak Monsters. I have this filtered to my main deck, right? So this includes all the cards that are in my main deck. And honestly, this is probably overcompensating, because you wouldn't need everything in here. Like, I have a bunch of random stuff. For example, like Ancient Lich, right? Which is like, I don't use that card ever. I only have one BCX, but it still counts as part of my collection, right? Same thing with like a Gold Foil Antminers. I can't remember the last time that I've used that, but it is what it is. And it's only like level 3, right? Or level 1 Gold Foil, however you want to look at it. 1 BCX Gold Foil. So the point is that I put everything in here, and so therefore you can see it's 1221. I'm just going to make it easy and round it to about $1,200. And then the other part, from what you'll see here, well, I guess I won't show it, but you'll just have to take my word for it. So I have about 400,000 SPS, but I do rent out about half of it. So I got my little handy dandy calculator here, and what I want to show is if we do 200,000 SPS, right? Because that's roughly how much I play with. 200,000 multiplied by 0.008. And just for context, let me pull up Splinter cards here, and you can see that we are exactly at 0.008 for SPS. That's going to run about $1,600. So plus the 1,200, that puts us at about $2,800 as like the investment. And I'm putting that in air quotes because that's just like your buying cost. Again, that doesn't need to be your buying cost. That is just if you wanted to have what I have today at current prices, that would be the cost, $2,800. Again, rough numbers, right? You could also rent everything that you need. And maybe we could do a separate video if you guys want to see how much all that costs from a rental perspective. But this is just if you were to buy in $2,800, you'd be able to play at the same level that I'm playing. With, I don't know, if maybe your skill set's better, so you can earn more. Who knows? But let's look at it this way. So $2,800, so $2,800 is like the baseline for what we have. Now, what I want to do from there then is start to calculate how much is the value of SPS, right? So first and foremost, we're going to look at this staking rewards, and keep in mind, I get staking rewards on the entire amount of SPS. So even though I'm renting half of it out, I still get the entire amount. So if we were just to do, let's make this 1074 divided by 2, right? Because I keep about roughly half. So 537 SPS is how much you would get staked if you had maybe 200 SPS, 200,000 SPS, and then add in the 1201. So plus 1201, that's how much I earn from rank rewards. Puts me at about 1738, right? Now I'm going to multiply this by 0.008, right? And that gives me roughly $13.9, right? $13.90. Now, we have 2 seasons per month, so that gives us 24 seasons throughout the year. I'm going to multiply this by 24, and you will see that we are $333. So if I divide this, right, for my APR, and I know we're using finance and investment terms here, but just so that you understand. So if I divide this by the $2,800 that is my principal cost, if you were to be at that same level, it's about 12%, right? 11.9% to be exact. So this is with the current cost of the cards that I have, which is a modest collection. I don't have a lot of the new cards. It's really just Chaos Legion. And I don't even have Max Chaos Legion stuff or Max Rift Watchers. And you can go see my cards, right, online if you want to see exactly what I do have. So that is considering the cost of cards and considering the cost of the of SPS, right, or the price of SPS. Now, what's interesting is we're at 0.008. Not too long ago, we had actually jumped up to, I think, close to like 1.2 cents. So if you multiply this by 1.5, right, we were closer to like 18%, which is interesting. So this is where it starts to get a little fun or funky or whatever the case is, right? Because at this point in time, I'm earning, right, roughly between, we'll just say 12 to 18% is my APR. And this is not a passive APR. I am playing the game, right? I am participating. And I do pay for the wild pass, so I didn't deduct that from here, but that's something that we could take into consideration as well. But you don't have to use the wild pass. Keep in mind, all of this that I'm playing could be played in modern. And actually, if that was the case, then you could remove all of the wild cards that I have from my card collection. That would make my cost, my baseline cost even lower. So again, I'm just trying to give you rough numbers here to see how much it is that I'm earning. Again, on the whole, it's like $300 a year to play the game. Somebody's going to look at this and say, oh, 12%, 18% APR, like to play a game, like that's dumb. Why would anybody ever do that, right? That like you can make money other ways. And I agree 100%. I've said so many times on this channel that probably like the worst way to make money in Splinterlands is to play, right? If you're trying to make money, there's so many other avenues, right? And I would even suggest not even looking at Splinterlands as an investment. It's a hobby that pays you and rewards you for your time. That's all it comes down to. So what I like about this is the fact that you start buying and collecting these cards, and you do start to build a collection over time, not just your card collection, but you start to stack SPS for the long term, which I think is fantastic, right? You can come in with a small, modest, whatever, start playing, and then just see where things go. And I've been saying that I want to create an account and kind of play with it and see what happens. Maybe I will do that soon. Maybe I won't. Again, my time is going to be even crazier in 2025. But that is something that I have as like a pipe dream of wanting to be able to show what that experience is like. But all I can do is show you where I'm at right now, and that's in the 12 to 18% range. Now, where this gets fun, right? Where this gets fun is, let's say SPS does go to 5 cents, which would be, a significantly higher from here. So what I have is the 17.8%, or sorry, yeah, 17.8%. This is correlated with the 1.2 cents, right? So let's just 4x that. That gets us to like 4.8 cents. So close to the 5 cent range, but you can immediately see all of a sudden if I just hold on to this SPS that I'm earning, right? I just go and stake it, which means that I earn even more SPS on it. I'm not even counting the value of vouchers that you get, that you'd be able to either, sell and buy more cards or sell and buy more SPS, right? Like there is a value to that, that I'm completely discounting, but all of a sudden this goes to 71%, right? This goes to 71%. So if SPS goes to a little bit under 5 cents later this year, then all of a sudden, if you were to buy the cards that I have now and play with the cards that I have and earn the amount that I'm earning, you're up to 71%. I mean, you're making 70% of the capital that you put in a year. And where does this get even more interesting? Oh, well, okay, let's divide this by 4. And let me see my math here. I mean, we'd have to probably do like a 6x, right? So multiplied by 6, yeah, and that gets you over 100%. Or over the course of a year, you would actually make back everything if you were to continue earning the same amount of SPS. Although you would be earning more over time. Keep that in mind, because you would be the SPS that you're stacking. You would either be you would be earning more SPS on that, right? You'd be earning more vouchers because of it. You could probably rent that SPS out, any extra above the 200,000 if you don't want to get the glint earnings. And again, like this is the power of compounding that I'm trying to get at, right? So what is it? 1.2 times 6. So we go to 4.8, 6 cents. We're talking about 7.2 cents, right? at 7.2 cents, just with the, the modest kind of cards that I have, without trying to, chase any of the Rebellion cards, any of the promo cards. Like at that level, over the course of a year, I'm making back more than the amount that my cards cost, right? And that my SPS costs, which I think is phenomenal. So I just want to share this with you guys. Again, this is something that I'll probably continue to track at the end of every season, or maybe every other season. But even with this modest like level that SPS is at, and with where things are at with card values, like it's fascinating. It's fascinating because this offers you a way to like just buy into the game, have some fun, compound stuff over time. And I think this is why you see a lot of these OGs who have accumulated a lot of assets, who are, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not complaining, but it's just like, I mean, they get it, right? They just want to continue accumulating assets in the game because that just gets them more and more and more stuff. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.